Hello, my name is Abe Mashney, criminal defense attorney here in Lexington, Kentucky. Today we're going to be talking about tips for effective character letters for sentencing. And in this video, I'm going to talk about when you should submit the letters, what the character letters are, what is the goal of the character letters, and finish out with some tips to make your letter as effective as possible. So let's start. First, when should you submit a character letter? Usually you're going to want to submit it when the outcome is in doubt or when it's unknown. And so here in Kentucky, if you plead to any offense in circuit court, the circuit court judge is going to have to determine whether or not you get the privilege of probation, whether or not the sentence is going to be served in prison, or you're going to be given home incarceration. And so in that situation, it is very, very important that the circuit judge knows about the defendant and all the good things that make the defendant who they are. And so it is important and encouraged to submit character letters at circuit court sentencing. Same goes with federal court. Before a defendant is sentenced in federal court, they're going to make a PSR. And the U.S. probation officer is going to list things about the defendant such as family history, substance abuse history, financial information. But the character letter could provide the district court judge with the information to paint them in the best light possible to get the best outcome, because a federal judge is going to determine what the range of sentencing should be and potentially give probation, although that's a little less uncommon here. And so number 2, what are character letters? And so these are written by friends, family, employers, colleagues, and just people that know the defendant. You'll first want to establish how you know the defendant. Explain what they mean to you in your life, and then you'll want to tell a story. You'll want to give the judge an idea about an experience or moment, or just what the defendant means to you and how you've interacted with them in the past. Finally, you want to make your request. What is it that you're wanting the judge to do at sentencing? Whether it could be as vague as just be lenient, or it could be a specific result that you're asking for. And so third, what is the goal of a character letter? It's designed to show support for the defendant and let the judge know whether they're upstanding members of the community, whether they are maybe people depend on them and how incarceration would affect their family, their character beyond the criminal charges, or give an explanation as far as how the defendant arrived in that position, whether there's substance abuse going on, and talk about that. If you're thinking about writing a character letter, here are some do's and don'ts that I have found to be the most effective. So first and foremost, always type the letter and sign it at the bottom. The harder it is for the judge to read it, the less persuasive the letter is going to be. Whether you want to make it, you want to make it easy for the judge to read it and understand it, because if they can't read it, it's not going to be effective at all. Second, I always tell my clients to give me the letters first. And I do this for a few reasons. One, I want to read it and just make sure there's nothing crazy in it. But two, I want to submit them all at the same time. And so I usually submit my sentencing memorandum along with attachments with the character letters, just to make sure the judge gets it. And they get all the information all at once, and it's organized, and to just make it as easy as possible for them to get the information. Third, avoid undermining the case. So this character letter is not a time to bash law enforcement, the criminal justice system, the prosecutor. It is a time to talk up the defendant and not down the system. Finally, you're going to want to know what the realistic outcomes are in that particular defendant's case. And so when making your request, if the client is facing mandatory minimum prison time, it does you no good to ask for probation. And so understanding what the realistic outcomes are can make the letter much more effective. And so I hope you found this informative. If you have any questions about sentencing, please feel free to give us a call at 859-259-0727. My name is Abe Mashney, and again, thanks for watching.